Hello everyone, I am Priti Tikkas, lecturer of Electrical Engineering Department, A shift of Praveen Patel College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Now next topic is chapter number 4, distribution lines. So in this chapter we have to understand or we have to learn about the introduction of overhead and underground distribution line. Then what are the materials used for the distribution line for LT and HT lines. Then cables used for the distribution line. Then next is design and estimation and costing of overhead and underground cabling. So let's see, first one is the introduction. So introduction, distribution lines start from the substation and it is a 3-phase 4-wire system that is having 440 volt, and then we have to convert for the single phasing, it is in a 230 volt. So we will take the 230 volt from the 3-phase 4-wire system is easily take any one wire, either R, Y or B, and connected with the neutral. That means take one neutral and one phase, so it is nothing but the single phase line. Then distribution line may be overhead or underground. It is either underground or overhead lines are there. So overhead lines look crowded network and shabbily and spoil the beauty of good locality. But underground cabling is beauty of the locality not spoiled, it is look appearance, good appearance, network not seen. But underground cabling is costly as compared to the overhead cabling. Then next, service connections, overhead service connections is cheaper than the underground service connection. Now this is the single line diagram of AC power system. So in this diagram, one generating station we have to see. This is 11 kV. So electrical power produced in the generating station is transmitted over the large distance through the transmission line. Then it is distributed to the various consumer through a distribution network. Various stages are involved in between, in which this power is processed and sent further. The typical single line diagram of AC power supply scheme is shown in figure. So in this figure, the standard standard transmission line are 132 kV, 220 kV or 400 kV. So let's see one by one. First is the secondary and primary distribution. First primary transmission. In primary transmission, power at the high voltage, that is 132 kV or 220 kV or 400 kV, is transmitted by means of the primary transmission line. It is 3-phase 3-wire system, that means overhead tower line. Then secondary transmission system. So at receiving station, the voltage is step down from 132 kV to 33 kV or 66 kV by means of the step down transformer. From receiving station, electrical power is transmitted to substation located at the particular point in the city. The overhead 3-phase 3-wire system, that means tower line or the iron pole, is used for this. Primary distribution, the secondary transmission line terminates at the receiving station where the voltage is stepped down to 11 kV or 6.6 kV or 3.3 kV by step down transformer, and these 11 kV lines run along the roadside of the city or steel pole. Then secondary distribution. The distribution stations are located at the consumer premises where the voltage at 11 kV is stepped down to 4.5 volt 3 phase 415 volt 3 phase 4 wire for secondary distribution. The advantages of using 3 phase 4 wire system RYBN are that both 3 phase and 1 phase supply can be used depending upon the load. The service lines are taken off from this line. So this is the single phase AC lines, AC power system. Then electrical equipment required in the 11 kV substation. So first one is the bus bar. Bus bar is the common conductor to which the incoming and outgoing lines are connected. It is generally made up of ACSR conductor. Cross section of the conductor depends upon the current. In substation there are 3 bus bars, incoming bus bar and incoming bus bar having 33 kV by 66 kV, and substation bus bar is 11 kV, and third one is outgoing bus bar, it is 11 kV. Then second equipment of the 11 kV substation is power transformer. So the function of the power transformer is to step down the incoming voltage to the outgoing voltage without changing frequency. Then third one is auxiliary transformer. The function of auxiliary transformer is step down the input voltage 11 kV to the distribution voltage 3 phase 4 wire 440 volt to give the supply to control room, area, lighting, staff quarter, etc. Then next equipment is lighting arrestor. It is a very important. It is a protective device for the substation. So it is provide of protection of substation transformer against the lighting stroke. Then earth switch. It is used for the safety purpose. It is closed during the maintenance to discharge capacitor. Then isolator, it is the function to isolate the circuit whenever required, for example time of maintenance. So isolator is very important for the substation. Then circuit breaker, it is a protective device. It's open or break the circuit whenever there is the fault or protect the equipment. Then relay, it sense that the fault and give the signal to the tripping circuit to circuit breaker to open. Then instrumental transformers. So instrumental transformer have 2 types, CT and PT, current transformer and potential transformer. These are the use for the measurement of electrical quantities. For example, CT used for the current measurement and PT used for the potential measurement, and these 2 instruments is used for the protection purpose also. Then horn gap fuse. It is provided to primary sides of the transformer for the protection against the overcurrent. Then next equipment is control room. It is construction near switch yard in which control panel is installed from which various circuits are controlled by operator. Then control panel. Control panel consists of the different types of relay to detect the different types of faults. Then PLCC, that means power line carrier communication. It is used for the direct communication between the substation to the generating station, also between the major to measure substation. For this purpose, the same transmission line carrier communication signal. Then series reactor to limit the short circuit current. Shunt reactor, it supplies lagging kVAR to control voltage of transmission line. Then series capacitor is used for supplies the leading kVAR, and then shunt capacitor is used for the power factor improvement. So these are the these are the equipments used in the 11 kV substation. Thank you.